Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so, as you guys can tell, I'm trying something a little bit different for this video in that I am talking directly to the camera for at least the first portion of this video, just to try it out and see how you guys enjoy it. If you guys want me to continue doing more readings where I'm talking directly to the camera, then I will definitely work out and do that more. Of course, again, for the rest of the video, I will be panning down the camera so that you guys can see the overview of the cards, especially since this is going to be the weekly reading. So, of course, I'm pulling the charms, so kind of difficult to show the charms in this orientation with the camera. So, again, if you guys are interested and you want me to continue doing this kind of video style, then I will figure out a way to work with that. So, yes, how we are talking about the week of August 12th to the 18th, and the major thing that's happening within this week is going to be the Aquarius full moon on the 15th, the 15th of August. We're gonna have that full moon happen, and so of course, since it's in the sign of Aquarius, that is very much the 11th house kind of energy, and so I feel like it's gonna, that this full moon energy is gonna bring up a lot with, our personal emotions, the certain beliefs, really trying to go for that liberation of, beliefs, very, again, that Aquarius nature of, like, Aquarius don't really want to conform to traditional standards of things, and so it's all about, this more free, kind of spirited energy. So I feel like that's definitely going to come up for a lot of us with this full moon energy, and of course, since it is a full moon, it's all about releasing certain blockages. And so with that said, let's go ahead and talk about the two cards I pulled for the overall collective energy for this week. Again, the 12th to the 18th of August. And so the two cards that I pulled to represent this week, it's really interesting because they are both major arcana, so this is definitely going to be an important week for us all. And so we have, let's see, hopefully this comes up, we have the Magician, and then we also have the Moon card. So what I'm definitely getting off both of these cards is that this week, it's going to be a very good week for all of us in the sense of coming to this point where we can really manifest and, create the kind of inner world and then the outer world that we want to see in our lives. But the challenge with that is coming from the moon. So, the moon is a Pisces energy, so it's, the intuition, the emotions, and the Magician is ruled by Mercury, which is the air element, so it's all about that communication, our thoughts. And so with these two paired together, I'm definitely feeling that, in order for us in this week to get to this point where we can really manifest and, use our willpower in a way to create exactly what we want, you have to do away with, the illusions, the self-imposed deceptions, and, really getting into that aspect that is, it can be uncomfortable to look at, the landscape for some people, when it's draped in the moonlight, because again, the moonlight is going to highlight areas, those secrets, those illusions, and it's going to bring the truth out. And so sometimes, mattering on what kind of truth it is, it can be harder to face, but it's something that you have to do in order to really embrace, I feel like, the Magician energy that is happening in this week. And so, really trust in your intuition, I feel like, for all of us, and balancing all of those elements, because again, the Magician is really good at using all of the elements, all of the sort of the tools that he needs in order to create exactly what he wants. So and also this is really about both of these cards coming out of your comfort zone. So again, because the Magician is suggesting that, this week there's the opportunity to bring about, brand new things for ourselves. So, abundance, new job opportunities, whatever it may be, this is the week that those things can come about. But in order to achieve it, you have to get out of the comfort zone, get out of the things that are safe, and kind of take that risk and trust in yourself that you can do it. That's definitely what I'm getting off this for the overall energy. And so we will just slide these off to the side, and now I will go ahead and continue the rest of this video pan down so that you can see the different options for the pick a cards as well as the charms I pull. So let's go ahead and get into so for group 1, we have this little like demon bun pin. For group 2, we have the moon and wolf pendant, and for group 3 we have the Anubis pin here. So go ahead and take your time, use your intuition, use a pendulum if need be, your own body is a pendulum, and really let the pile that is appropriate for you call out to you, and we will get into the message for that. So for those of you who picked group 1 with the demon bun pin here, let's go ahead and start by pulling your charms for this week of August 12th to the 18th. Okay, let's go ahead and see, make sure that you guys can see everything all right. Yep. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about, well, first let's go ahead and pull the 3 cards to represent your overall energy for this week. My group ones for August 12th to the 18th. All right, so we have your 3 cards. Let's go ahead and dive into the charms. And so we have the message: you will enjoy good health. You will be surrounded by luxury. So let's see what else we have. So we have the zodiac charm Libra with charming, so you guys could definitely be a Libra of some sort. We also have this, friends forever charm, and so that definitely was something I was seeing with this Aquarius full moon. The Aquarius energy, and I believe like the 11th house can definitely bring up friendships in that way, so that might be important. We also have 2 different bottles here, so again, I'm feeling like, this could either be, kind of uncorking and letting loose, and I'm getting that connection to friendship. So maybe in this week you're going to be spending some time with friends, having some drinks or something. I'm also seeing, I'm seeing this message of maybe being careful with your time in this week, because, we have this sort of Alice in Wonderland bunny here, so I'm definitely thinking of, he's always the one that's kind of worried about time and being late, so maybe you guys are stressing about having time for everything. But I feel like, this is a week where you need to kind of slow down and take your time, because it's like there's some grand opportunities coming for you, because you're gonna feel like kind of an explosive amount of energy in this week with, this wand. So this makes me think of the Ace of Wands. So, getting like that, getting up and doing it kind of energy, and a lot of creativity, a lot of passion, maybe taking a chance on something. Again, this makes me think of having fun maybe with some people. The one word of caution I have here is definitely with this shell. So being careful, being wise about maybe how much money you're spending or how you're spending your time, just, how many things you're devoting, like saying you're going to do. And also, I definitely read this shell as needing to work on your shadow side. So make sure that maybe you're not using other distractions, other things to sort of, put off kind of dealing with this. Because we also have, the Tower here. So this makes me think of either 2 things, like you guys could maybe be, again, traveling in this week, having, fun, doing new things, or it's a need to sort of change perspective and rising to a higher point. And like when we also have that purse, that made me think of definitely, being aware of how much money you're spending in this week. So with that said, let's go ahead and set this aside, and let's take a look at your overall 3 tarot cards. So we have we have the Page of Wands, we have the See, we have the Six of Pentacles, and also look, oh, that matches up so perfectly with the Four of Pentacles. So we have a lot of earth energy here, and so you could be, you know, as well as, you know, that fire element, you know, the Libra, you know, you guys just have a very, you know, charming personality. That's definitely part of that Wands energy. And you know, again, we have that overall energy of the Magician and the Moon to keep in mind for this week. But for you guys in particular, you know, I'm seeing, you know, that reigniting of a new passion, or, you know, rekindling a passion with that Wand energy, you know, the Page, possibly traveling, again, re-exploring aspects of maybe yourself or things that you've maybe abandoned. It's that youthful kind of new spark of things, and being so diving deep into it that sometimes it could be a little bit overwhelming. Maybe you dive in too deep, too fast. And so we also have that Six of Pentacles, which is, you know, the energy of charity, of, you know, sponsoring other people, giving back to other people, or you receiving, you know, from others. And so that's kind of what I was seeing, you know, here with that element of, you know, the friends. So maybe you're yucking it up, I think, in this week. You're having a lot of fun because you're feeling very exuberant. And so, you know, you might be very you know, wanting to pay for people's enjoyment because you're getting enjoyment out of it. But the word of caution here is with that Four of Pentacles, to not overspend. You know, you can still be charitable and like give back, you know, monetarily to others, and really enjoy that energy and that give and that take, and just spreading, you know, the love and the wealth around. But, you know, be mindful about how much you're spending. Or, you know, the opposite end of the Four of Pentacles is like being too stingy with your money. But I'm not getting that with the rest of these cards. I feel like it's more of this over exuberance, wanting to give because you're just enjoying it so much. And that could also be reflective of like how much of your own time are you giving to things, you know, maybe taking on more responsibilities or more engagements, you know, events than you can maybe actually like handle. So again, be very aware of like, you know, how thin can you actually stretch yourself with this? Because I mean, it overall, I mean, it feels like a very fun and cool energy to have for this week. It's just be mindful of what you're doing with it. And so with that said, let's go ahead and also dive into pulling, you know, as always, the 7 cards. Let's see if I can set that there, to represent, you know, the overall energies for each day of the week, and, you know, get more specific into what you should expect. So what can group 1 expect for this week of August 18th to the all right, so we have our 7 cards. So let's go ahead and look at what these are. So we have the 8 of Swords. We have the 6 of Pentacles again. Look at that. We also have the 4 of Cups. We have the Magician. We also have the 7 of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and look at that. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. How crazy is that, guys? Look at that. So you already have, okay, so we have a lot of 4 energy going on here. And we have double 6 of Pentacles, double 4 of Pentacles, and you also have the Magician coming up. And so of the major arcanas, we have, you know, the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. And the Magician was also that overall energy of the week for us all, you know, collectively. And so you definitely have an extra dose of that for your week. And let's talk about these major arcana. So with that Magician, as I was saying at the beginning of this video, it's, you know, you are wanting to manifest. You can manifest a lot in this week. You know, you're coming to this point where you're going to be using your willpower a lot, and, you know, maybe needing to step out of your boundaries, you know, experience more. I think you're just going to have a real zest for life, even though, you know, we also have the appearance here of the 4 of Chalices and the 8 of Wands. So I feel like, not the 8 of Wands, but the 8 of Swords. So I feel like, you know, for you guys, it's been this situation, this might be something you deal with maybe at the beginning of the week or maybe like midway through the week, in that, feeling like you've been, kind of stuck for a while, kind of in a rut, and that you can't see a way out. But really, this is all a self-imposed situation. You are kind of viewing certain things from this air of being bored, of not, again, your passion isn't there, but it's going to be, because again, we have that overall energy with the Page of Wands. So you're going to be able to, I think, see this opportunity, and it could be coming in the form of, again, maybe somebody being charitable to you. You also have to be aware of the fact that we have, the Seven of Swords, and that can be kind of this sneaky kind of energy of trying to get away with something when really you can't get away with it in the way that you think you can. And so it's just kind of needing to be honest about the situation. Try not to be sneaky about something, or maybe somebody else trying to be sneaky with you. Again, maybe people wanting to take advantage of you or something. Because again, you have that repeat of the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So again, that message about watching how much you're giving to other people, how much you're taking on, and what you're doing with your money is very important, because again, there could be that element of somebody maybe trying to take advantage of that. Because again, I think you're going to be feeling really good in this week overall, even though you might have to again, I feel like something is going to come where it's going to help pick you up, and you're going to come into this energy of the Page of Wands, and it's really going to light your fire again, because you're going to see that opportunity. You're going to be like, yeah, I can remove this blockage, because again, we have that overall energy of the Moon and the Magician. The Magician wants action, and the Moon is about reflection, and so you're going to be, that's going to push you in this week. And so also, so is the Wheel of Fortune. Because again, the Wheel of Fortune is, it can mean a turning of your luck, but it can also mean the opposite. Again, the Wheel of Fortune, it's unpredictable, because it is literally the flow of things, and everything has an up and a down. Everything has there's a reaction and an equal reaction in return. And so again, be aware. I feel like for you guys, that's the big message here. Be aware of your finances in this week, how much you're giving to other people, who are the people around you, and maybe what are their motives? What are your motives? What are you trying to get out of other people? What are they trying to get out of you? So with that said, let's go ahead and also look at your oracle cards for this week. And so for the crystal that might be useful for you guys to use, and you got a great one, we have the amethyst. So the amethyst says, who needs it? Train wrecks who go off the rails on the wet and wild route to Bacchanalia, which is, I think they're talking about like Bacchus, the god Bacchus. And so, and it's who needs it? Any Pisces. And, again, that could be a possibility for some of you. Where to put it, the interior decorator's little purple secret. Amethyst can uplift the vibe of any living space. When to use it? When it's time to give up the victim routine and start living with purpose. Hold on to tight with amethyst. Yeah, that's definitely what this Eight of Swords energy is. And kind of, the Four of Chalices, it's kind of that victim mentality. You also, an important number for you might be like 444 or 6. So, get drunk on your highest self. Amethyst is all around a fantastic stone for pretty much anything, for manifesting, for dream work, for just about anything. So, keep that in mind. This might be the perfect stone for you. And so let's also talk about your energy for the overall week. We have card 27, which is walking away. So obviously with that, that's telling me that you guys are probably, I think you're walking away from this mentality of kind of being bored with your situation, or stagnant energy, and really wanting to kind of step into a more exuberant and exciting time for yourself. Kind of realizing how many opportunities you really have before you, you know, it's letting go and moving on. So this card upright shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She is closing the gate behind her and is walking away into the misty unknown future. This card upright reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you're finished with, perhaps a career, a goal, a relationship, or a long-term experience of any kind. The familiarity of the situation may be enticing, but you are now ready to look at your options on the open road ahead. In reality, an important new beginning is at hand. This card also indicates that now would be a good time to let go of any old habit, emotional pattern, or false belief. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself and others. Whether it's in the inner or outer world, this card is telling you that you have the readiness and resources to walk away from the old and move forward now. So yes, that totally lines up with a lot of, you know, even what the amethyst was saying, you know, again, moving away from this. The moon card for that overall energy of the week, the magician, moving out of what is comfortable, what is familiar, and really taking a risk to, you know, start something new here. And so finally, for the last card, and this is the one that I pulled specifically to represent, you know, the energy that you're working on for specifically the Aquarius full moon. And we have card 3, Awakening, which says ancient knowledge, memories, and connections. So, you know, this is talking about awakening resonates to that of connection with ancient knowledge and wisdom. The sacred ray heals feelings of separation from what are ancient ancestors and galactic predecessors. So this is the teal seafoam color ray. It initiates interdimensional traveling and opens vortexes within the soul. This transformational ray transcends time and space and helps us discover hidden insights that lie deep within our own being. You may be remembering your ancient wisdom or other ancient knowledge from other civilizations. An important connection will be forthcoming to assist you. You know, that could be definitely that 6 of Pentacles coming out here, an important connection. You know, memories of past lifetimes and recalling spontaneous wisdom may be upcoming, so be prepared for the next expansion of the mind. You are awakening to the truth of your origins. You have all the tools you need to see the truth of the situation. That's the Magician coming out. So companion crystals are Larimar and Labradorite, and the essential oil is eucalyptus blue. So yeah, I feel like, you know, this full moon is really going to allow you to, you know, maybe that's why, how long you'll be holding on to these energies for is until that full moon comes around and you're going to awaken, you know, you're going to realize something, have kind of an epiphany about, you know, the past, your past lives, and realize maybe taking stock of a certain pattern that you have persisted. Again, it could be that change of perspective, you know, really finally recognizing your past and your shadow self, which is going to free you up, again, walking away, letting go, and moving into this time where you can be really passionate about what you're doing with your life and really manifesting what you want, trusting in the universe to righten itself, you know, trust in the wheel and the things that flow. You'll no longer, I think, have to worry about these, you know, these secrets, these deceptions, because they're going to fall away and you're going to be able to embrace a new sense of abundance for yourself, as long as you can still be mindful about how you are spending your time, spending your resources in this week. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys for my group 1s. If this reading resonated, please do leave a like on this video and, you know, comment. Tell me, you know, letting me know what you thought about seeing my face at the beginning of the video, and you want me to do that more here in the future. But yes, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, for those of you who picked group 2 with the Wolf Moon charm here, let's go ahead and start, as always, by pulling your charms for this week. Let's see what's going on. Okay. So, before we go ahead and dive into that, let's also go ahead and pull your 3 overall cards for this week, August 12th to the 18th. What do Group 2 need to know for this week? What is their overall energy? All right, now that we got those pulled, let's go ahead and take a closer look at your charms here. And so we have a little message. You know, you will win success in whatever calling you adapt. And look what we got here. We got the Aquarius and we have the Pisces charm. So Aquarius, friendly. Pisces, intuitive. So you guys could definitely be any one of those signs, or this could just be, you know, confirmation about this Aquarius full moon being important for you. We also had, again, the energy of the moon come up for the overall month, and that's a Pisces energy. So, you know, this could represent any of those things. And so, you know, we also have, you know, I definitely see, you know, with this bottle, it's definitely, I feel like there's something kind of mystical about this week for you. Like there's some sort of truth coming out. And it's important, you know, because it's going to help you sort of rise up and really embrace your strength and your own prosperity. Again, we have that, you know, the wheel here. So, you know, the turning of things, you know, that constant up and down, that growth is coming through. Transformation, you know, finally seeing things from a clearer light. Again, transformation is coming through, especially with this shoe. So it's making me think of like the princess, you know, Cinderella story. You know, possibility of, you know, finally aligning your heart with its true purpose, or possibility of maybe of new love. But I feel like maybe it's more in the realm of, again, you self-love or maybe friendship connection. You know, we have the dolphin. So, and with this also this elephant charm, you know, really deep wisdom coming out, you know, contact maybe with your ancestors or your spirit guides are coming through, and they're going to have a lot of messages. And I think it's going to be really important because there could be something here about, you know, a cup being offered to you, whether that is from spirit or from another person. And so to really accept that, you know, a new emotional beginning for yourself. So let's go ahead and also now look at your cards. And so, oh my god, oh, that's crazy. So the first card we have is the Page of Cups. Look at that. And you have Pisces coming out here. That is crazy. We also have, we have the Tower card, and we have the Five of Wands. So yeah, you guys have a bit of work to do this week, I would say, especially, you know, there's going to be some sense of conflict, of maybe argument, competition coming through in this week for you guys. It could be with certain friend groups, with work colleagues, you know, heated communication in a sense. And it's really important for you guys to not get dragged into that, at least not in the way of being, you know, needing to be more of an outside observer in that situation. Like, don't get sucked into that, because it's going to be really tempted to sort of jump into the argument, but it could possibly make things worse by doing that. And so, you know, especially with the, you know, the most important thing that we have here is obviously the major arcana with the Tower. And so, you know, with that overall energy of the moon, you know, it's going to be really highlighting. I feel like this situation, this argument is going to really highlight some inner truth that you need to, you know, question, some belief, some foundation, you know, this tower that you built for yourself, that you've been basing all of your beliefs and what you've been doing on, you know, finally it coming up again, and you needing to face that and reevaluate what that means to you. And maybe, you know, it's going to be required of you to tear down that tower so that you can start again. Because again, we have the Page of Cups here. So that tells me that even though this is going to be kind of it could definitely be a very difficult week for you emotionally, it's for your betterment, because once you get through this, tower moment, however big or small that situation may be, it's meant to happen. You know, it's the wheel of fate throwing this up at you to change your perspective, to bring about this transformation for yourself so that you can see clearer and you can get back to doing what it is you really want to be doing. So with the Page of Cups, you know, this is deeper emotional understanding. This is creativity coming back. This is, you know, new possibilities in love and really being, excited and youthful about that, and diving in deep on the emotional side. And sometimes that can be scary because it's like you are kind of wearing your heart on your sleeve, and so that can lead to, if you're not wise about who you're sharing that with, you know, people could take advantage of that or whatever it may be. But I feel like, again, this is a positive. You know, you're going to be going through this rough stuff, definitely be work related or related to your passions, and you're going to realize something about it. You're going to have this epiphany, and it's going to really shake you up, and then the waters are going to clear. Your cup is going to start to overflow again, and you're going to be able to embrace this page element. So yeah, this is, you know, the Page Cup is very romantic. It's, you know, needing and gaining that time to really, and space to breathe and to listen to your deeper voice, to your intuition, and understanding through that, you know, wanting to believe and coming to this point where you can believe in the possible, because you can achieve it. It's just a matter of, again, shaking up, you know, with old truths and stuff. So let's go ahead and also dive into, you know, getting more specific in your week, more specific energies with the 7 cards I usually pull here. So let's see what you guys need to know, group 2, in regards to this week. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and check out what the rest of your cards say. So we have, well, look at that. We have the Ace of Pentacles. How fantastic is that? We also have the Devil card. We have the 7 of Swords making another reappearance for you guys. It also appeared in group 1. We have the 4 of Wands. And we have the 9 of Chalices. We have the 6 of Pentacles making another reappearance. And we have the 8 of Chalices. So a lot of cup energy. So again, you guys could definitely be like that Pisces or water sign. And so, let's see, what are the major arcanas we have here? So the only major arcana you have in this second portion is the Devil. And that could definitely be very much related to both of this, you know, this element of the 7 of Swords, as well as, you know, the 5 of Wands. So I definitely feel like, you know, these guys are all related for your week. You know, again, it's somebody, yeah, I'm getting the sense that maybe it's another person that people you're going to be dealing with. You know, they've been kind of hiding things from you. They've been shady. They might have been, you know, because stealing, theft, those kind of things come up with this. Is at that form of deception. And so, you know, this escaping of a responsibility as well. And so, you know, that could be leading to this overall sense of conflict. And it's something that is being triggered to happen, again, for this need of transformation and to break down whatever this is. You know, because we also have that Devil card. So that's coming to understand, you know, how much of your power you've been giving away to other people. And, you know, what habits, what, you know, addictions are you holding on to, and what things are you holding on from the past, especially with this imagery in this card. You know, it really makes me think of past lives, of communication, again, with, you know, ancestors, the ancestral line. You know, what ancestral, like, karma or is involved in your life, and what, you know, you need to cut those ties and release it. And I feel like there's an epiphany here for you guys, and you're gonna realize, like, this has been going on for so long. Maybe people have been taking advantage of you or whatever, and it's gonna cause, of course, conflict, but more so it's all for the betterment of your transformation, of releasing this Devil energy and finally starting with all this new possibility. Because we have you guys, for the majority, have some really fantastic cards. Because again, we have, you know, I feel like this is the transition point, is this 8 chalices here, because you're walking away from this situation. You're facing this situation and realizing like, hey, it's no longer good for me. It's not healthy anymore. I'm going to just, hang it up, and I'm going to move on with my life. I'm going to go and set off on a new journey. If that requires me to cut out certain toxic people in my life, or toxic situations, a bad job situation, whatever, friend groups, whatever it may be, it's just time to finally cut it out, because, you have the Ace of Pentacles here, and we have, the Six of Pentacles, and then you have that progression from the Eight of Chalices to the Nine of Chalices, where it's like, yeah, this is the wish fulfillment card. This is finally getting everything that you deserve, really enjoying the luxury of what you've built for yourself. And I see, that Ace of Pentacles is such a fantastic card to get. It's kind of similar to, it's just as good as getting like the Sun card, if not maybe a little bit better, because this is talking about finally like really stable abundance in your material world, for your finances, new possibilities. And again, these are things that have been in motion for a while, and could still be in motion. It still requires a lot of work and a lot of dedication to achieve these things, because again, it's the earth element, so it's slow moving. And so there could be a possibility with the Six of Pentacles that somebody helps to sponsor you. Somebody who truly believes in your ability to do something, and so they really help to bring you up on that, and show you like, hey, like, I'm going to give you back just as much as I receive from you. And again, but there's this element of being still like very independent in your own power. And finally, I feel like, we have the Four of Wands, which is all about celebration. It's completion of something, celebrating a graduation, an anniversary, a physical wedding, commitment, a lot of joy, and again, celebration in this area. So you could definitely, this could lead to finally making connections with people, your soul family, who really resonate with you, and a new romance possibly that is way more healthy and stable for you, because again, we have a lot of this Pentacle energy, and it's also very emotionally fulfilling. You're putting yourself back out there in that way. So let's go ahead and also look at your oracle cards. So we have, for your crystal for this week that might be useful for you to use, we have the blue calcite. I love calcite. I don't have my blue calcite in reach, but I have one. But so who needs this? People who stare up at the ceiling worrying about the future at 3 a.m. Where to put it? On your bedside table. That's where actually mine is sitting right now. When to use it? When stress is the enemy, freaking out is not a prerequisite for accomplishment. Deadlines aren't death sentences. Stress will extinguish your creativity and crush your dreams if you let it. Call on the calming, focused energy of blue calcite to remind you to put stress in its place, far away from the joy of the process and the delight of dreaming big. Act on your dreams. So yeah, I feel like you're finally going to get out of whatever the situation is, and you're going to start, it's going to lead you to make room to let things that you really feel good about, your dreams, to finally grow and prosper, because it's there for you to grab onto. You just, again, you have to make room for it to grow, and that can require, cutting away certain things that's, or taking up room where things really should be growing for you. And so for the, oh my God, for the overall energy for you guys for this week, I mentioned, we had that heart card, and I wasn't sure exactly if this was referring to maybe, friendship or romance or self-love, which I think it's all three. And it's definitely, we got that Page of Cups, we got the Four of Wands, and now you got the man holding a heart. Card 54. So this, or 45, excuse me. So this is totally about a man coming in. So again, whether you're male or female watching this video, again, this could just represent somebody with a masculine energy, or more, I guess, dominant energy, you could say, whether they're female or male, whatever. Point being is that, this is somebody who is going to come in and really support you. They're, a male dealing with family, love, or emotions. So this could be somebody that starts off as a new, a friend for you. Again, there's somebody who's connected to your soul family, and they're meant for you to meet them. But again, you can't meet them until you've finally release some stuff from the past, this devil energy, whether that, again, that represents a certain situation, a career, or a relationship you're currently in. So, upright, the tender man sits with flowers all around, holding a heart in his hand. For a man, this signals a greater clarity about emotions and their purpose in your life. There could be a more balanced approach to family and love at this time, even if these have been confusing experiences for you in the past. For some, this card upright could signal the presence of a new man in your life, one who tends to be more thoughtful and aware. Whether or not this man is a love interest or a friend, he brings a higher intention to help where personal projects, family, or home issues are concerned. So yes, this is definitely an energy coming in for you. So again, if you're a male watching this is just you're finally going to be embracing this energy for yourself. Again, that's very Page of Cups, Knight of Cups kind of thing. More so the Page of Cups than maybe necessarily the Knight of Cups. But again, or if you are somebody who is attracted to a male, this could signal a possible love interest or a friend who's going to be really here to support you and help you. So finally, we have the card I pulled to represent the energy that you're working with for this full moon in Aquarius. And we have, oh my God, we have card 29, which is an 11, manifestation. So it says prosperity, fortune, pure intentions. And look what that, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Chalices. I mean, we got all that good stuff. And we have the overall energy for the Magician. So this is a perfect time to manifest once you have cleared out, that moon energy, this tower energy, and you can get back to focusing on what really matters with you. So let's delve deeper into this card here. So yeah, this manifestation card relates to the golden bronze color ray. Manifestation resonates to the power of prosperity and abundance, thriving with positive fortune and magical creation. This sacred ray empowers and retunes the soul to its eternal and external natural state of richness and magnificence. When the soul manifests abundance based upon pure intentions, greatness is born. Poverty consciousness is erased, and lasting inner fulfillment is delivered. Your ability to manifest is golden. Money flows easily and freely into your life. All that is asked is for you to keep your intentions clear and focus on higher frequencies of prosperity. Abundance can also be measured inwardly, with which inevitably will overflow from the inside out, thus manifesting a waterfall of outer abundance. Remember this. You also need to engage in manifestation exercises on a consistent basis. Or has this perhaps been neglected lately? So the companion crystals are citrine and tiger's eye, and the essential oil is goldenrod. So I'm definitely getting sense that, it's really important for you guys to have a daily manifestation kind of ritual practice. So that could be journaling, affirmations that have to do with abundance, working with certain, again, prosperity-based crystals, whatever it may be. You definitely need to engage with that. And maybe that's something you have been doing in the past, but something else here in your life has thrown you off and you've lost sight of that. And so you're definitely going to be called to go back into that. And, talking about this man holding a heart, that again, I kind of sense that with that Six of Pentacles, somebody else coming in and be very charitable to you. That doesn't necessarily mean in the money sense, but it could be in the emotional sense, because again, we have a lot of that cup energy. So that could be representing who this person is. So yes, that is what I'm seeing overall for you guys. Again, I feel like this is a week. You're going to have a tower moment, of course, but it's going to help you so much because it's going to get you back on track to manifesting exactly what you want, and it's just going to happen. That switch is going to be, hit, and it's going to be it's just going to come. It's everything is going to finally piece itself together, and it's just so important for you to stay positive. Stay, keep strong with your manifesting because you have that ability. So definitely don't waste it. So I hope this reading resonated for you guys. And if you've liked it, definitely go ahead and leave a like on this video. Comment down below letting me know what you thought about this. If you want me to continue doing you know, talking to the camera face on and all that good stuff. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. All right, for those of you, group 3, my last group for this video, who picked the Anubis charm, let's go ahead and dive into your, first off, charms for this week. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. So let's go ahead and also pull your 3 overall tarot cards for this week for your energy. And what might be going on for my group 3s for August 12th to the 18th. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your charms first and foremost. So we got the little message. A pleasant surprise is in store for you. So as far as these go, we have, you know, an emphasis on your solar plexus chakra, as well as I feel like your root chakra, just definitely your lower chakras in general for this week. You know, the sense of the Wheel of Fortune here with this wheel, so the turning of fate, you know, always a constant change. I feel like there's definitely transformation. Like, I guess, you know, you're really coming a time where you're embracing your truest self, and it's all about really getting in touch with your intuitive side, with your strength, and really embracing this, you know, this transformation and understanding like you don't have to be afraid of the dark. Like you don't have to be able to see what is ahead of you in the dark, because you can use your other senses. So, you know, you can use your hearing. You know, don't always rely on your sight, because sometimes your sight can fool you into believing certain things that aren't really there. So we also have the key. So again, unlocking certain aspects of yourself, and, you know, maybe a certain sense of good luck. Again, changing time, you know, being aware of your time, kind of feeling like you're diving into this whole new experience that's very, you know, yeah, I'm getting that sense of kind of like wild Alice in Wonderland kind of landscape. And, you know, maybe we also have that book charm. So maybe learning more, you know, reading up on things. Maybe you're writing, maybe you're like an author of some sort, you know, telling stories that are really igniting your imagination, and knowing that there's so many different ways of doing that. You know, we also have the owl appearing, so wisdom, insight. Again, it's that aspect of not being afraid of the dark, because, you know, the owl can see perfectly fine. We have both creatures here, and we have that overall energy of the moon card for this week. So, you know, a lot of trust. You know, the dark doesn't have to be a scary thing, because there's so many other ways of looking at it. Again, that's kind of an interesting message I'm getting here. So let's go ahead and look at your cards too. Oh my god. Wow, guys. Like, you guys are so... Wow. Okay, so we got the 10 of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Cups, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Like, are you kidding me, guys? Like, this is such a fantastic week. Like, again, I feel like your luck is changing. You're finally, like, on the right track with things, because you're seeing things differently. You're unlocking those aspects, and you're really just embracing... Like, you're not doubting your imagination, your intuition anymore. Even if it's like the most wildest, outlandish things come to mind, you know, you can embrace it now. Like, you don't have to be fearful of it, or it's, you know, be worried about what other people think about it, because it's like their opinion doesn't matter. It's like, if it makes you happy, then it's what you're meant to do. So again, we have a lot of that wheel energy going here. You know, commitment. So especially, it's like, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, this could definitely represent you, I feel like, in this week. And so it's finally, again, coming into this balance where you can, you know how to work all elements of your life. The material, your work, your home life, it's all in this balance, and it's all nurtured. It's all, you know how to grow it now in a way that you couldn't necessarily before. And that's going to lead to so much prosperity. Like, look at this. We have the 10 of Cups, which is like the happy family cards. So a lot of emotional fulfillment, a happy ending. There's always going to be challenges in the family situation or whatever this represents for you. If it's your literal family, if it's your friend family kind of thing, your soul family, definitely a lot of connection to that. There's always gonna be challenges, but now you're at this point where you know better. You're embracing your wisdom, and so you know how to deal with that. Like, you're not worried about that anymore. And so we also have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is financial stability, abundance. Again, both of these are very connected to family. This could be, I was thinking like family business, family traditional, a family tradition in that sense, inheritance from family. It's all coming together. It's all coming up. A lot of this strong rainbow energy. We have also 2 10s here. So it's like, yeah, you guys, this week is going to be a good one for you. I feel like you won't be like, because we had that overall energy of the moon here. I feel like, again, this moon energy that's going to come up in this week, it's not going to be that big of a challenge for you, because you understand, you kind of feel at home in that energy now, like, because you can finally see. That's just the message I'm getting. If that's like a weird way to put it, but that's just what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards to clarify this week for you. All right, for you guys, let's go ahead and flip your cards over. So we have the Initiate of Chalices, which is essentially the Queen of Cups. We have Temperance. We have the Sun card. We have also the Tower card. We have the Elder of Pentacles, which is essentially the King of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Elemental of Swords. So, what is standing out to me right now, of course, you have 3 different major arcanas going on here. And so, obviously the thing that's standing out is that Tower card. So again, I feel like that is, you're not going to be in that energy for very long. It's, again, you're finally going to be able to see something in a way that you hadn't seen before, and it's going to really free you to, move away from that. That's maybe something that you've already dealt with, and so, you've spent a lot of time contemplating it and, resting in this thing, like recuperating from this, and it's really bringing you back into harmony and balance with Temperance, and so that you can really embrace this energy of the Sun. You're embracing, your power as, again, the Queen or the King of Pentacles, that material balance, that really knowing what you're doing with career, balancing out your money. And then we also have the Initiate of the Chalice, which means, the Queen of Cups. So really in touch with your intuition, with your emotions, and being very psychic in that sense. This is like the other card besides the High Priestess that is super psychic. And so, you also have the Elemental of Swords. So being very mindful of the way that you communicate, maybe a new way of communicating. And again, you're seeing the truth of things now. You're no longer blinded by that. You're not held back by, old beliefs. You don't need to rely on that. Again, your Tower moment, you've been working on this Tower moment for a while now, and so now you're kind of waking back up, I feel like, in this week, especially with the rest of these cards. It's all sunny. Maybe you're going to the beach too. You're working away at your craft, and you're combining all the right elements together now, because you've experienced so many things. And so again, that change in the way you see things. So let's go ahead and also talk about your oracle cards. So for the crystal that might be useful for you guys to use in this week, we have rose quartz. And so who needs it? The overly self-critical, sentient spiritual beings who love deeply, those in the healing arts, or those who want to be, where to put it in spaces you want to zone safe and sacred, held with both hands to your heart with the utmost loving kindness. when to use it, when you feel like you always have to be the one to have it all figured out, to work the hardest, to hold it all together for everyone else. Rose quartz gives us a pink cashmere covered platform to be soft, sweet, and open to spirit. Take care of your heart. So again, there's definitely an element here of, working on yourself, understanding that, you don't need to be a part of this group if it doesn't resonate with you anymore. Again, that Tower, taking care of yourself. For the overall energy for your week, we have card 3, Blossoming Abundance, but it is in the reverse. So let's go ahead and clarify what that means in the reverse. So I'm not really sure if this card is appropriate to be in the reverse considering the other cards that we have here, but I'm going to read you guys the reverse anyway because it might resonate with some of you. This card reverse reveals a potential decrease in money with the coins falling from the garden and out of sight. Sometimes when you receive this card in this position, it may even feel as though cash is slipping through your fingers like water. While this might seem like an ongoing state of affairs, you still can turn things around. Be very conscious and responsible where money issues are concerned. Take action to plant new seeds and nurture your financial garden with patience and clarity. This cycle will end and you will in time enjoy the fruits of your labor. So what I feel like, for some of you, this is a stronger message. I'm also going to read the upright message on this card because I feel like both apply to this group. Because I feel like this is more related to this Tower moment we're talking about. Because again, we have this overall sense of kind of abundance for this week. But again, I feel like this has been a struggle for a lot of you where you've worried about your money situation. Again, that's kind of like what we talked about here, the over self-critical, feeling like you haven't achieved enough abundance. And so you need to, again, realize how much you have actually built for yourself and kind of do away with those sort of beliefs, really plant the seeds and again, nurture them. There's a lot of that need to nurture things here and just keep trusting, keep working, keep that balance. And so in the upright position for the Blossoming Abundance, it says increasing wealth and value. This card shows a beautiful garden, golden garden, in the springtime with coins and new flowers blossoming all around. They even hang like fruit on the trees above. Upright, this card signals a new increase in wealth, possibly in a dramatic or unexpected way. Be aware that you sow the seeds of your own wealth and prosperity, much like the gardener works the grounds and begins to see blooming results take hold. This card, upright, indicates that the universe is blessing you and helping the fruits of your labor to blossom. So smell the flowers and tend to the new growth. Be grateful and enjoy. So whether this card, you feel it resonates either in the reverse or the upright, again, there's like a little bit of that with the Tower and that Four of Swords. It's all about how you think about it, your perspective on things. So, and again, that needing to cultivate and grow your own garden, to, give your own seeds and dreams a chance to grow and flourish. Like, you can't be, I feel like this is very much tied to your mind and how you think about things. So stay in the positive. Don't worry about this because it's coming to you as long as you keep nurturing it and you keep being positive about it. So finally, the last card we have is the one I pulled specifically for the energy you're working on for this Aquarius full moon. And so funny enough, it is card 12, which adds up to a 3, and that's what this Blossoming Abundance is. And it says emotional freedom, vulnerability, flowing, and rebalancing. Temperance right there. So this card is specifically relating to, it's relating to the true blue colorway. It says emotional freedom resonates to emotional balance and harmony. Only by revealing true raw emotions can healing and rebalance take place. Allow the expression of emotions to the fullest in a safe environment will allow catharsis and lasting harmony. Accepting this will carry forth a wave of understanding at deeper levels, and this will assist in allowing further expansion and growth. You may be feeling emotionally unstable. Sharing your emotions with yourself or others may be scary, but it will help you release them and rebalance your energies. Focus on restoring harmony to your emotional center. Engage in self-loving acts to help you restabilize. Taking sea salt baths will help detox your emotions. Sometimes being vulnerable and open is for your greatest good, for growth. Once we release, our stability is regained. So the companion crystals are blue agronite and I'm not sure how you say this. It's spelled INDICOLIT. So indoclite, and the essential oil is blue chamomile. So yeah. Again, for you guys, that's part of this tower moment. You're really bearing your emotions and everything raw and open, and that's part of the Four of Swords, really getting into the state where you're contemplating recognizing that. So that way you can actually nurture and heal that, because you can see what's really going on within you. Again, it's all about that seeing in the darkest places without necessarily having the same concept of how to see it. Maybe you're seeing more from your spiritual side, not with your actual physical eyes, and that's it. I don't know, this is the weirdest message I get off those two. But yes, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Again, like, don't be worried about things. Even this tower moment, like, again, if it comes up in this week or you've already recently experienced it, it was there, it happened, and now you're getting over it pretty well, I feel like. Because again, you have this new completion, finally the completion of that, and it's all going to be prosperity. It's the sun. It is finally getting that emotional stability and also your material stability. Both that inner and the outer world are in harmony. They're coming into harmony. It's just being aware of that, and again, be aware of how you're thinking and perceiving things. So yes, if this reading resonated with you, please do leave a like on this video, comment letting me know what you thought about it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful week.